Hi, I'm Carolyn Nelson-Goedert. My husband Paul and I are the parents of one amazing son who, in his own right, is an active member of PTA. And I'm really proud of that. Nicholas is the reason that I began working with PTA, and I'm still here. I am currently the president-elect of Florida PTA and a member of the National PTA's Elections Committee. There's normally some sort of issue which makes us attentive to something going on in our community. So when you find that there is an issue that you need to address, it's best to look around your community, see who's working on the same issue. Once you're decided that you're ready to take that leap and partner with someone else, engage with a group that is like-minded, whose mission may be similar to PTA's. But do your homework. Check out that group online, check their social media, check their website, see who their board members are. You may even go online to see if there are any articles about what the group has done in the past, because you want to make sure that the people that you get involved with are best for PTA, best for your members, and best for what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So do your homework to make sure that it's a good organization, both with internally and externally, and that you are furthering our mission. So once you've made the decision to partner with someone, you do have to consider the dynamics of the relationship. Some relationships will be more formal, such as a coalition, where you may have a memorandum of understanding, which defines who is going to be at the forefront. How will decisions be made? How will you communicate? Who will convene your meetings? That's a very formal relationship. And sometimes we do have those. We're lucky enough to be a part of groups such as that. But most of the time, our partnerships will be more informal. It will be sharing meeting notifications, attending each other's meetings, publicizing what we're doing as groups, and how we can work together on events or simpler things within our communities. So we as PTA have often found ourselves at the forefront. We have been the convener when it comes to parent engagement. But sometimes we do have to humble ourselves and allow other agencies who may have subject matter expertise or who may be more engaged with the community to take the lead. There are groups, and we have to admit this, that are doing really good work in our communities, who have deeper impact and reach into our communities, deeper engagement. And when we realize that, and realize that we all have one mission in mind, and that's children, everyone's better off. Partnering with organizations can be mutually beneficial. It allows us to, as I said, bring in subject matter experts to our organizations who can provide events, workshops, trainings, whatever we believe we can use to enrich our membership and the surrounding community. And it can also help us with the programs that we may be working on because they have greater insight into the community. I'll give you an example of a lesson that I learned as part of the Urban Family Engagement Initiative for National PTA. We planned a bilingual program in the southern end of Miami-Dade County. We had in line and in place breakfast, lunch, PTA materials, books for the children, childcare. We even scheduled Clifford the dog to be a part of our presentation to entertain the children. The time came for the event to start, and we had everything, we thought, everything except the parents and the family members who we had scheduled the event for. So after about an hour and a half of hand-wringing and questioning ourselves and what we could have done better, families started to trickle in. Had we partnered with another association, with another group, with a group that was based in the community that we were seeking to serve, we would have known better. We would have known that the people in that agricultural community weren't available early in the morning when we were scheduling our time with them. They had to work in the morning. All of the generations had to work in the morning. If we had partnered, we would have known to schedule our event a little bit later in order to be more effective at what we were trying to carry out. While the day ended wonderfully, with happy tears from the community who had a program in their native language, who actually had a school board member there to talk to them and answer their questions, where we actually provided resources and connections that they needed as a community. We could have done a better job of using community partners to make an event successful. As we focus on community engagement, we would be remiss if we didn't think about how it intersects with DEI. The intersection of DEI and community engagement is a big one. There are lots of groups, and I do mean a lot of groups, who are working in specific communities about which we probably know nothing. We do associate with a lot of different communities because our membership could consist of so many different people of varying backgrounds, nationalities, personalities, and everything in between. We cover the diaspora of diversity within PTA, but our in-reach may not be as deep as we think. In order to connect with particular groups, we need to connect with the groups that they feel comfortable with, whether it's LULAC, the NAACP, the Urban League, student power groups, LGBTQ groups. Connecting to those groups with whom the people that we wish to work are comfortable allows us to better understand and meet the needs of each community. If you're considering expanding the PTA network at whatever level you are, look within. Each of our PTAs, whether at a local unit level, county council, region, state, or even national, has members who are working with other community groups and other associations. None of us, hopefully, is in a silo. We do community work in addition to PTA. We volunteer, we attend church or places of worship, and within those places, within those groups, within those associations, there are people who are also doing the work that we wish to do or hope to do. Tap into those resources. Find out who you're sitting next to, who you may not know, as another volunteer role that could help your PTA. Every group is not the right group. You may stumble along the way, but don't give up. Continue to look for partners that will help us to expand our mission. You may think that someone is the right group for your PTA, and it turns out that they're not. Don't be discouraged. Keep looking. You will find your people, and your people will help the people within PTA.